Linda McAnany, and welcome to my show. My guests today are from the Learning in Retirement group here in our community. And I just learned that the Learning in Retirement group is soon to be 25 years old. I had no idea that it's been in our community that long. We have Kathel Cooper, she's the president of Learning in Retirement. Delinda Finch, she's the membership and marketing chair. And finally, Marge Kudrna. I was close, wasn't I?
Close, good enough.
She's the travel chair. And they're joining us today to talk about learning in retirement and give you some background and also some of the plans that they're having. So ladies, thank you for joining me. It's always fun to have my buds with me and also with some good information about what's going on in our community and especially for our senior citizens. Is that, can I say that? First of all, you're the president, and
yes.
So give us a little background on Learning in Retirement.
Well, I have not been a member for all the 25 years or 26 years now that it has been an organization. But in 1990, we were fortunate enough to have two individuals had insight into the elder hostel and institutes that were here in the United States and other nations. And Dr. Gary Scott, who was Dean of Continuing Ed and Extended Studies and Graduate Studies, and Dr. Wendell Rayburn, who was the president of LU at that time, got to talking and decided maybe they should look into the institutes and see if they couldn't maybe get some interest in our community. And the institute itself really is an educational type of association that is based on the interest of its members, and the members are ones that in time will go ahead and take over the organization, do the planning, and do a lot of the other connections and stuff with the community and with the university. So that was in 1990, and we're so glad that it did get started. The organization itself had its first meeting in 1992. A steering committee had formed. They had other interested staff at Lincoln and in the community that wanted to go forward with this organization. So they had their first meeting in 92, and they had 65 members.
Wow.
Go ahead and join right away.
So it's moved right along since that time.
It has.
Well, it's associated with Lincoln University, but you are actually kind of a standalone group, are you not?
That's true. Because of it being part of the elder hostel system, we had to be connected with an institute, a university. In fact, we are the first one that was connected with the university in our state. So we are the first Learning and Retirement Institute in the state of Missouri.
That's right.
And
well,
so
I know you're keeping busy. Delinda, when I began to read about living in retirement, I had no idea of the number of clubs within the organization. A lot of activities that go on, and as the membership and marketing chair, you've got to be keeping busy all the time.
It's very busy, but we have wonderful committee chairs that help organize and set up, and Mary Jane Brewer is the chair for the clubs, and we have our members like to be active socially, physically, and mentally. And so we try to appeal to all those aspects in the clubs. Would you like to know a few of the clubs?
Absolutely.
Okay. For those who want a little more physical activity, we have bocce ball, and bocce ball meets at Prison Brews and twice on Mondays every week. And of course they fit in lunch in between, so there's a social part of it. And then we also have a walking and hiking club, and with two very good leaders. And this location varies, but they let people know they meet every Thursday at.
And this schedule could change, couldn't it, as times go on?
At times.
And so one of the purposes, perhaps, of being able to go into their website, and we're going to talk about that a little later, is that you can get updates on these times, locations, and all
if anything would change, yes.
So you've got social clubs, you've got active clubs.
We have, for those who want to stretch their mental capacities, we have a book club. We also have a creative writers club. We have Scrabble. for people who are really wordsmiths and
Yeah.
enjoy doing that. We've started a new club this year called the LIR Jammers, and this is for people who have a musical background and they don't have a place to play anymore or to get together with other people, and so this is a brand new club.
That's
so
fun. Yeah. Will they have the opportunity to perhaps play at the senior centers and some other locations?
when they think they feel ready,
We'll do
they
it.
will.
That's right.
They will play. They said we need more practice, and of course it's all coming from diverse areas.
Sure. That's
so
fun.
It is fun. And then we have a lot of card clubs. We have 2 bridge clubs, canasta. We have
all kinds of potential activities
Right.
for anyone who has an interest in any of those, or perhaps all of those.
Right, pinochle, and we have one member who's wanting to start a pitch club. If we can
Very
get
good.
enough members, we will do that. And then we have dominoes twice a month. So
That's great.
when a club member feels that they have a special interest, then they will present a
Very
plan
good.
and a proposal, and if we can get enough people, we'll make the accommodations for our members.
And then you'll be able to go out and talk about it and get
Yes,
people involved.
yes.
Marge, you are the travel chair.
Yes.
Now, I thought at one time that might mean that you got in a chair and just wheeled yourself around, but I think you're doing a little more than that, aren't you?
Yeah, somebody asked me today what travel agency we work with, and I said, excuse me, we are the travel
You are,
agency.
that's right.
Yes.
Tell us about a couple of the trips that you have planned currently, because they change each
Every
year.
6 months.
Every 6 months, okay.
The ones we just finished registration for are from late August through January.
Okay.
And we offer theaters opportunities. The Drowsy Chaperone, it's at Stages in St. Louis. And the one that, we have another one also, which is Illusionist in Kansas City. But the one that shocked us absolutely, and we offered a Capital City Players opportunity in January because weather's such an issue. And we initially reserved 40 tickets. We've had to add 10 more 2 times.
That's
And so I think our members just enjoy the opportunity of the ease of registration and getting a ticket, and also having people to share the day with.
Sure.
Yeah.
And be able to be together with friends.
Sure.
On a regular basis.
Right.
Now, do you do a lot of traveling outside of the community, or does it just vary?
It varies. We do
Okay.
day trips, which we start early, and that's some of our criticism, because they wish we started about 9 and came home about 6 o'clock, but that doesn't happen.
No.
And we have a one-night overnight trip to some of the covered bridges and mills in Missouri.
Good.
And we have a 3-night overnight trip to Nashville. Those are our extended
Very
day
good.
trips. And I told the committee that we had to look at the number of days and we had to look at the price. And it totally shocked me that the price, because of the cost of Nashville, it sold out immediately.
That's
and so we have a
wonderful.
short wait list for that.
Approximately how many members are there in the
We
Learning
have
and Retirement?
377
Wow.
right now, but last year we didn't cap it. We had 429 members last year.
Wow.
But we start over every January again. It's just not a renewal process. They have to rejoin.
Sure.
It's very reasonable.
Well, and I think that's an outstanding way to keep involved with your membership, is by asking them to update their membership. So that always helps a little bit. And by the way, I'll repeat this a couple of times, but if you want more information about the Learning and Retirement Organization, you can call 573-681-6152, or you can visit their website, which is www.lincolnu.edu/web/learninginretirement/home. In other words, you can call if you need to verify that website, but it has a ton of information on it. Good information. They have a newsletter that goes out on a regular basis, and a lot of good information. So ladies, I applaud you for having all this information available because people can go in. I love the newsletter. I think there's like 14 pages or something like
14 or 16.
that.
It's very informative.
I started to print it and I thought, no, I don't have enough ink right now. I'm going to have to do that. But I applaud you because it's a good way of communicating with learning and retirement members. We're going to take a break right now. When we come back, we're going to talk about some of the other activities that are coming forward and some meetings that they have to illustrate this wonderful group. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Come on. How you feel? How you feel?
I'm feeling good. Spin me, spin me.
Got you.
Oh, goodness.
Any questions?
What kind of service plan does this come with?
Unlimited.
Can I keep my same phone number?
Absolutely.
How do I change the ringtone?
Just hook it up to your computer.
Does it have a camera? What's the warranty? Does it come in silver? Can I put my party shuffle on this? Does it have a 3.5 millimeter headset jack? You sell a lot of these?
It's the one I carry.
You ever get those phantom vibrations in your pocket?
Any questions?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Ask questions. For the 10 questions everyone should know, go to ahrq.gov.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. My guests today are with Learning and Retirement. First of all, we have Kathel Cooper. She is the president. Delinda Fitch, she is the membership and marketing chair, and Marge Kudrna, she's the travel chair. And so, you know, they're really able to talk a lot about you're able to talk a lot about the organization, and hopefully give some folks out there the opportunity to join you. Although you said almost well over 300 people?
It's 375.
That's exciting.
Right now.
That is really exciting. You know, it's obvious that the members of Learning and Retirement have a lot of fun, but it's a learning experience as well. And that was one thing that I was reminded as I went through the newsletter, but also from our conversations. You have some short courses available and for the members, and these courses will change from time to time, but let's talk about some of them.
Okay, and the educational component is very important with Learning and Retirement, so we want to make sure that our courses also have that educational component that will be of interest to most of our members. A lot of our short courses are topics that were recommended to us by some of our members, so we really take a look at what they want to hear and see. A lot of our courses coming up, and we do change every semester with our courses.
Every semester, so this is like twice a year?
Twice a year.
Okay.
Then. And the upcoming courses right now, we're going to have some travel logs. We usually have travel logs either each semester or every other semester. We have a movie series that's usually at the public library, and this year it's going to be on elections, or the 6-month period, which will be kind of fun. Elections centered on Hollywood movies. So,
I was going to say, as I remember in looking at
Yes.
the newsletter, there were some wonderful
That's
movies,
right. That's
some of
right.
which were older movies, and so if you missed them the first time, it gives you a chance to see them.
It does, and we look at some of the educational components, but we also talk about the worth of those movies and things too. We're also going to have a course on your Jefferson City government. We're going to have the mayor there, we're going to have Parks and Rec people, we're going to have the city councilman, police department, a city councilor, just as many of them as we can come in to talk about our city government, make us maybe more aware of what's going on and what their jobs are, what important role that they do play.
And by the way, I'm excited about that for a couple of reasons. Number one, because I think we all need to know more about our local government, just because sometimes we only see when there is something weird going on.
That's true.
And by the way, I think with Mayor Turgeon. She is just outstanding in communicating. So I'm excited about that.
Oh, I think it'll be a great class and stuff. We also have 2 classes that are going to be offered by Lincoln University instructors or that work here on campus. One is going to be on China and the other one's on native plants in Missouri. So we're fortunate to be able to tap in on professors here at Lincoln, but also many other colleges and universities and state employees, lawyers, whoever in the community can be maybe an expert on a topic. Those are the individuals that we like to bring in. We're also going to do the Bill of Rights Part 2. That has been a very interesting series. And we're going to talk about the freedoms this next time, the freedom of speech and the freedom of religion and press and the assembly and the right to bear arms.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And we're going to get a good viewpoint from the Missouri Bar Association. Some lawyers are coming in. We're going to discuss that. We're also going to have Walter Schroeder come back. He's been really popular with our group, and he's going to do Adventures of a Boy in Jefferson City in the 1940s.
Okay.
Talk about the Capitol,
Yes.
talk about the German upbringing
Influence,
and stuff. That's right. And I guess also about the Central United Church of Christ, which is one of our older
That's right.
churches in the community and stuff. Now these are courses that members would have to pay for. It's only $12 for a course. They meet once a week for 4 weeks, and it's $2 or $2 hours a day.
Yeah.
So it's a total of 8 hours for
Right.
those. And then just a couple years ago, we decided to go ahead and offer some free courses too, and kind of just mix those in.
Right.
And most of those just meet for 2 hours. It's a one-time course, and we have several this year that, I mean, they're really interesting
Now,
topics
where
that
do
come
these
up.
where do these meet?
That's a good question, because we used to have all of them at Soldiers Hall, where our
Okay.
office is, and we have a classroom, but our groups have gotten so large that we've had to find other facilities. In fact, one of our classes just this last semester totaled over 90
Wow.
individuals
Wow.
that wanted to take that class.
So, as an example, and not specifically, or well, it can be specific, but where did that?
Okay, a
group
lot
meet?
of times we maybe use the Masonic Temple. South Campus of Lincoln University has a couple rooms there that we've been able to use. We've used
Community room at the mall, is that a possibility?
we have had group meetings there, but
Okay.
not courses.
Okay.
We've had the Budweiser building. We've
Good.
used that,
Yeah.
but we're
And
almost,
Shippers, yeah.
right. We're getting large enough that we almost need auditorium seating
Sure.
for some of our
And
courses.
I think that says something about the short courses. Obviously, they're well interested. Now, each year you have 2 different meetings. One usually in the summer, and then one in January during. One is coming up very quickly, and we can talk generally about it, but it's probably going to be, by the time some of you view this, it may have already happened. But what do you accomplish at those meetings?
Well, our biggest event is in January, when we have
The membership meeting?
membership meeting is opened up, and that's where we have our members sign up, or they mail in after they get their newsletters. So that is really the membership meeting that we have, and each time we have our chairs who come show them what opportunities, exhibit areas, and they can ask questions, and we provide information at that particular time if they still have questions after getting the newsletter. And we have a small entertainment time,
Sure.
and then we have light refreshments
That's
at that
great.
time. So that's our big concentration, is getting renewals on our members.
How much does it cost to belong to the Learning and Retirement?
Well, it costs the same now as it did 25 years ago or 24 years ago, $40. That's a year's
$40.
membership. However, our next meeting is coming up. Summer membership meeting is July 20th. That's next Wednesday.
Right.
And we're meeting at the Knights of Columbus out in St. Martin's. And that one will be a catered luncheon, again, social time to fraternize. We'll have exhibit area and time to talk with the chairs and to make arrangements to go on trips and so on. And we will have Sylvia Ferguson that's going to entertain us. She's always a delightful person, and our members have asked for her to come back, so she's returning. But we do that, and then those are our big meetings. And if you join, I'm going to go back to the question you asked about fees. If you join in the July meeting, it's only $25 for the remainder of the year.
Very good.
So you
it's a
can
deal.
come in. If you haven't been a member, you can join mid-year, and it's only $25, still reasonable.
Yeah, I was going to say, even at $40, that's a very reasonable fee cost because of everything that you all offer and the opportunities for entertainment and get together and that kind of thing. So
every December we have a holiday social, and we decided that holidays are so busy. We have it early in December, and we've gone to having no entertainment and just good fellowship with your friends, and we do serve very good refreshments, and people enjoy that. And that place will be determined. It changes sometimes. So we haven't finalized our plans on that yet. But we just met yesterday. The steering committee met for our 25th year celebration, our silver anniversary. And we are going to celebrate all through the year, but we right now we have in the planning stage that next fall we will have a special event open to just our members, and it will be to celebrate the 25 years of
now we're
Learning
talking
Retirement.
fall of
2017.
Okay, fall of next
Yes,
year. Yeah,
because
that's great.
2017 will be when it's
that's the 25th anniversary.
years.
So that sounds fun. So
It is.
those further details are to be announced. So keep in mind. So that'll be fun as well. You know, it's an amazing thing that you all have been able to gather the number of people together to enjoy this activity. If someone is interested, we talked about just picking up the phone and calling 573-681-6152. Now, that is an office. I heard you said you have an office. And that is, there is someone there?
Right. We do have a paid employee who works Monday through Thursday from 10 till 1 o'clock.
Okay.
And that's the only paid position we have. The rest of us are volunteers. We all pitch in, we all help. But that's where the telephone number will go to that particular office on Monday through Thursday.
Okay. And is there some kind of an answering service? I mean,
there is. If she's not there.
If she's not there, she can call you back.
Right.
Yep,
But
very
usually
good.
we have that office manned, even if it's a volunteer that subs then.
Well, that's great, though. And as we said earlier, you can visit their website, which is www.lincolnu.edu/web/learninginretirement/home. And I went on to get it, and it truly is very easy to log on to it. And there's some great information. I keep saying that, but it's really good information about the schedules, about what's going on, and the activities that this group has. So for anyone who may not be, have joined you all, what are your words to them?
Join right away. Enjoy your retirement, but come join us too. We have a lot of fun and we learn quite a bit.
Yeah, that's fun. Anything from a marketing standpoint that you would want us to hear?
Well, I want you to come on Wednesday, July 20th, to the Knights of Columbus on Route T in St. Martin's. And the doors will open at 11:15, and you're welcome to come. We do have a catered meal, which members do pay for, and but we'll be glad for you to come and join us.
And if you hear about this, watch this program, or hear about this after the fact, after July 20th, keep in mind they'll be doing another membership meeting in January. So keep that in mind and put that on your potential schedules as well.
Also, the Active Times, one of our members, Erica Girth, writes a column each month, and she's very good at presenting what our activities and what we are doing, and there are many pictures. You may see some of your friends in those pictures. And that provides a lot of information too from a marketing standpoint.
That's right. That comes out in the News Tribune, the Jefferson City News Tribune, once a month, and it's well worth your looking at, not only for just that information, but for all of us who are retired. And of course, we have all kinds of good trips coming up and going forward. And I was going to ask, are these normally bus trips?
They're bus trips because I'm not brave enough to go to an airport with a group of people.
That's good. Yeah,
And
I like that.
Our costs are cost recovery only.
Yeah.
And so they're usually a bargain. Well, they're always a bargain. And I travel quite a bit with the groups just because I enjoy being with the people, and they get to know each other. They wear name tags. They mostly say they don't need them anymore because they know the people on the buses. And I did a calculation last year to figure out what percentage of our members travel, and we were about 68% of the members travel at least one trip.
That's wonderful. Well, as you can see, this is a very active group. They've got a lot of enthusiasm about what they do and what they're presenting. And again, I encourage you, if you're interested in joining them and you're not familiar with it, just pick up the phone and call 681-6152. And you'll get all kinds of information. Ladies, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Welcome.
You've got a wonderful organization. It'll be fun to see it grow, continue to grow. And I'm interested in those short courses. That sounds fun.
Please join us.
All right. Look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you for joining us. Good night and God bless.